But if I use a constructor, my work will simple. So if I use this, right, creating an object is like ordering a Lego car, specifying instruction. You say build me a car, Audi, like Audi A4, and there could be some model called as silver. The constructor ensures that when the car is built, the object is created, it's already has these properties. So let me show you here. So earlier I was assigning these values. You see these doors and windows values manually here. But here what I will do, I will create a constructor which will construct or assign these properties to my object. How it will do, I'm creating. So this is def is a just a function name. So constructor is a special function, okay, in Python or in any language. So I'm using underscore underscore, then init, then underscore underscore. Okay, remember this is a special function, underscore underscore init. If you see, we saw this in here also. You see this property, underscore underscore init, underscore underscore. So it's a, so what we are doing, we are adding some values here like name and age. So dog can have a certain age, dog can have a certain name also, right? So I'm adding here name and age. Okay, so you can use other than self. So self here is called as a is a kind of a, this is also kind of a naming convention which everyone is used. Self, what it is doing is it is pointing to the dog class. Okay, we have to always, so constructor will always start with this self word. We can use other than self also, but we are using self because developers in the market are using this keyword whenever they are designing a constructor. Okay, so you can use other than self as well, but self is a kind of a convention. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm so this is a kind of a reference variable. Okay, but I'm telling it by using this reference value. If you see self at the rate dog, if I hover my mouse here, it's telling it's just a parameter. See, age one is just a, but if I hover my mouse here, it's telling it's a self at the rate dog. So it's a kind of a special you can say variable which I can use to point the variable of the class. Okay, so below are the instance variable. So if I say self and then I say dot name, so this name and this name is different. This age and this age is different. I can use here name one and then I can use here name one. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm using this self, okay, this self parameter, and I'm telling whenever constructor is creating variables like what, variable likes these doors, these windows, whenever you create these properties, what you have to do, you have to create a name property, you have to create an age property. What will be the value of these? The value of these will be whatever I'm giving here. Okay, whatever I'm giving here, you assign these values to these properties. Okay, what do I mean by assign these values to these properties? Let's say I create an instance of this class or object of this class. Okay, creating object of this class. So how am I creating this? If you go above, I'm using the same syntax. You see car, right now the car was not having anything, so there was no input in this space, right? No input, I haven't added anything, so I created an object. So I'm using the same syntax here. Dog is a variable, this name and age one. Why I'm using these? Because I'm just giving a name. This dog name is Buddy. Let's say its age is 3 years. The dog name is Buddy and its age is 3 years. So if now if I run this, what will happen is, what will happen? This dog one will be associated with certain properties. What all properties? It will be associated with this name, it will be associated with this age. So this buddy will go here. So this name one, what will happen? This name one will become buddy, right? And this age one will become 3, right? In the similar, I mean, this will happen, right? So these properties will get assigned to name and age. What do I mean by assigning to name and age? So let me try to show you dir dog one. See, age and name came here. So earlier, when in order to get values in this dir, in order to use this dir as a function to show the attributes of an object, okay, if I go above, if you see here, where is my dir? You see here, what I was trying to do is I was using tata.doors. I was explicitly assigning this doors property to this Tata car. And then when I did dir Tata, I got this property here. But now I'm not assigning it explicitly. What I'm trying to do is I'm creating a variable. I'm using dog as in class. I'm passing these variables where in this class to a constructor. This constructor is automatically assigning those properties to this dog. Okay. How do I know if it is assigning? I'm using a dir function to check whether these properties are assigned or not. If you see, these properties are assigned. Age and name came, right? I haven't assigned them explicitly. I'm assigning it using this syntax. That's it. That is what we are trying to achieve here through constructor. So what constructor is doing, it's constructing this variable. Okay, whenever you are building a house, so you give that task to a builder, right? So what builder does, it construct, right? So I have designed a constructor who can who can assign properties to my variables. Okay. So let's say now I want to show you an error. Let's say I'm creating like this dog test, another variable. I can create as many variables as I want. I'm creating a dog test variable. I'm using this syntax. Okay. This syntax is same as we were using here. Remember this syntax, just the class name and the braces, brackets. Yeah. So if I run this, you see I got an error. Why I got an error? It is telling dog dot underscore underscore init underscore underscore missing two required positional arguments name one and age one. So what this line is telling, you are trying to initiate or create an object of this class, but you have not defined elements or properties here. Why it is giving an error?
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed our session at LWP Labs. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and contact the number for live classes. The future is now with AI.